And hello, everyone. Welcome to Saving Ghosts Live. This was an announcement that I made last week, and I try to do one live on YouTube every month. Now, I just went live actually 3 minutes early right now, according to this clock that I'm looking at. Time was 7 o'clock to get started, and well, it looks like we have four people who are coming in right now. So for those of you who have just now stepped in, hi. Happy that y'all were able to make it. Who all is here with me right now? Yep, we've got five in. Okay. Is everyone able to hear me okay? Sarah, welcome. Happy that you're able to make it in. Now, everyone, there will be a little bit of a delay from me getting your responses to me being able to respond back to you. So, Peter, what's up, buddy? Hey, Kimmy, how are you? And Kimmy, I want to thank you so much for all the really kind words that you have said, that you've left on some of the videos. So, thank you so much. You can hear me? Great, fantastic. Okay, good. Wow, Sky Celia, all the way from Singapore. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, Heather's in. Hey, Sky, I spent 4 years out in Southeast Asia. Now, I never had the chance to go to Singapore, but I was out kind of in the area and absolutely loved it. Beachbound is in. How are you? Hey, Tom, how are you, buddy? Gina Miller is in the house. Gina is our um, oh, brain fart. Sorry, guys. She helps me out a lot on the Saving Ghosts group for doing some admin stuff. So happy to see that you're in, Gina. Yeah, Sky, it was Vietnam. I spent most of my time in Vietnam, but I did spend some time in Taiwan as well as northern Japan. Hey, Don. Don, I promise you there will be no dares for you tonight. Hey, Shar, how are you? Sky, I fully intend to. I absolutely loved my time out there. I stayed with the family, and so I wasn't there as a tourist. I was there kind of as a local, I guess you could say. And people were fantastic. The area was great. The food was fantastic. I have nothing but good things to say about the area. So yeah, I would love to go back. Okay, Don. Now, so Don is also part of the Saving Ghost Patreon group, and when we do our lives on Patreon, they're video both ways, so I can see you, you can see me, and it's more of an intimate conversation that we have. And so far, every time we have done a live for Patreon, Don has unfortunately been dared to do something. And so, yeah, Don, I promise you, you will not be dared to do anything tonight. Yeah, sure, haven't seen you around in a while either. Lori, hey, how are you? Mike, hey guys, so happy that you were able to make it in. Yes, guy, when I was in Japan, I was in Sapporo, Japan, and the winters in Sapporo are absolutely phenomenal. I don't know if you've had a chance to go to that specific region of Japan, but the ice sculptures that they do during the wintertime are just phenomenal. We definitely have some people popping in that I haven't really heard from in a little while, so it's good to see that you guys are here. Now, Sky, what part of Singapore are you in? Hey, Monica. Yeah, it was a great day. How was yours? Oh, Tokyo? Okay. Yeah, I would absolutely love to go to Kyoto. Buddy is in the living room hanging out right now. So, yeah, tonight's, when we actually get around to the session, it's going to be um, probably a little controversial. And so I as much as I love Buddy, I don't want him barking or wanting attention or what have you in the middle of the session. Good and sunny in New Mexico. Billy Bones is in the house. Billy is also a member of our Patreon, and Billy Bones. Dawn's in, and I promised her that we would not make her do any weird dares tonight. Oh, Sky, thank you so much. Yeah, I'll tell you what, Franco. I mean, he's been really busy, like really busy lately, as I'm sure you can tell by his channel. But he has been nothing but nice and supportive of me this entire time. So I really have nothing but good things really to say about him. Mitzfam from Houston, Texas. Yeah, Mitz is also a member of our Patreon. So, guys, tonight is going to be Franco's a great Keith, and hello from the Philippines, another area I would love to go and visit. Keith, how are you? Oh, Martinez. Okay. This whole time I thought I thought your screen name meant that you were a Mets fan. Gotcha. Okay. Keith, what part of the Philippines are you from? Yes, Gina. Astros. Okay. Gotcha. All right. Yeah, being in Pittsburgh now, I've got to learn to be a sports fan. Oh, Luzon. Okay, you know what, Keith? I've got friends in Luzon, and out in Manila. Well, I guess Luzon part of I guess Manila. Um, yeah, you guys, both Gina and Mike, both um, just mentioned something, talking about raising the energy, raising the vibe. I just completed a video on that. It's more of a conversational video, so it's not so much a session. It's on Patreon right now because they get first look, but then after that, I'll be posting it to YouTube. So keep an eye out for that. Stephanie is in the house, and the reason I mention that is because part of that video talks about vibration and energy. So keep an eye out. Keep an eye out for it. So funny. Stephanie sent me a message saying that she had like 7 alarms set up because she wanted to be able to make this. So I'm so happy that you did. So happy that you did. And Gina, I see that you have a Saving Ghosts uh, um, image right next to your name. Gina has become a member of the YouTube family as well. So fantastic. Can't fake your vibration. Oh, okay. So Dawn just mentioned that she needs more coffee. This will be probably an ongoing thing for Don throughout the evening. So, Don, you are forgiven. I think many of us are coffee drinkers. So, you are by all means allowed to stay caffeinated. Stephanie. So, is everyone having a good night tonight or day, depending where you're from? And fam, you are correct. As a matter of fact, if you want, we can touch on that a little bit tonight. You still travel juice. Heather, it's so funny. When we first started the Facebook page for Saving Ghosts, this is when we were still on Amazon. I'm talking early days. One thing that I always did, I would always do a Facebook Live, and always had usually a monster mango would carry along with me. It became a thing for a little while. 7 a.m. Okay, Sky. Well, God, thank you so much for sharing your morning with me. And guys, I apologize if I keep looking down. The camera is over there, but your responses are right here. So I apologize if I have a ping pong thing going on. Not having a heat stroke. When I was in Las Vegas, that's exactly how it was. Had a full moon crazy kind of day at work today. Oh, Lori, I'm sorry to hear that. Used to have Red Bull. Sat on the couch and broke it. That is awesome. You started binge watching Saving Ghosts. Oh, wow. Thank you. Happy. How are you? What's going on? Sky, it's funny. There are times that I do miss Vegas. Uh, but you know what? For the most part, because the vibe out here was so different than it was there, I missed some of the people back in Vegas. I definitely do. Um, like Happy, for example, is someone I know in Vegas. Just probably one of the coolest guys. In fact, if you check our like way back when I still had the team and we were doing the full on investigations, Happy was one of our investigations. It was his home and was hearing voices and there were some things that was going on, and it was the first time I had done an investigation while having Saving Ghosts without the team. So, Andrew, man, hey, it's great to see you here, brother. Almost ready to create a Facebook. All right, Las Vegas, though, well, cold nights and hot days, the humidity will make. You know what, Mets? I did my basic training in San Antonio, Texas, in April, so I know what Texas humidity is like. Mike, you're absolutely right. It is a hot spot out here. As a matter of fact, the Hamilton session that I did turned out a lot better than what I thought it was going to. Just because things have been a little awkward for me in regards to sessions when I came out here. But I might, consider doing some more historical ones just because of this area. And for the aircraft accident I told you about, Northwest 255. Kimmy, I had a quick chance to look at it. I'm gathering more information on it because that's going to be a trip for me to go out there. But it sounds absolutely, and I don't mean to sound macabre, but it sounds fascinating. Um, of course, any kind of plane crash is horrible. Um, I just think that we're in a position to where we can actually help a little bit, guys. So Happy, what have you been doing, man? Are you still? I mean, are you still DJing? Or are they? I mean, what's going out there for you? The history is horrific. We'll investigate it more. Hey, you know what, Mets? As soon as I can start doing more traveling, I'll come out to Texas. Um, I have a few reasons to go back there anyway. So, and being in PA, it's not that far of a plane ride, but 4 hours, I think, something like that. Hey, Kathy, how are you? Kathy's in the house. Hey, Lilith, how are you? Yeah, Texas, Mike, Texas would be absolutely a great place. And Andrew, I'm thinking there's got to be a way. I'll get a hold of you outside of this, but there's got to be a way that you can still do what you're doing, but in a virtual way. Um, I'll get a hold of you. I have some ideas, I think. All right. Hey, Kathy, how are you? Alex, what's up? Welcome to the weekend. Exactly. Exactly. So, yeah, because so for those who are keeping up with the conversation, uh, the screen name Happy Official is a friend of mine from Las Vegas, like I was saying earlier, and he is a DJ, and I don't mean like your local bar DJ. I mean this guy has entertained crowds of thousands and thousands of people, and super talented, hilarious, absolutely hilarious. He's um, part Filipino, and so there's an ongoing joke with him being angry in the whole thing that we did. Anyways, super talented, and so Andrew, I'm going to get with you, man. If it's not tonight, it will be tomorrow. Okay, I'll drop you a line and see what we can do about getting you going. Georgia from Oregon is Mike. Mike, I was born in Portland, Oregon. I've got family in Vail. I worked in Beaverton, so yeah, I know Oregon. Happy. Oh, I don't. I don't want to. I don't want to possibly insult anyone. Salem. Okay. All right. I know Salem very well. I was actually I say I was born in Portland because most people know Portland. I was actually born in Gold Beach, Oregon. Well, okay, let me back up a little bit. The hospital where I was born at was in Portland, but I was conceived and partially raised in Gold Beach before my mom and I moved out to Las Vegas. Oh, Kimmy! All right, Kimmy. Well, thank you so much for popping in. Kathy, California. You got it, Andrew. Have a great night. Thank you for popping in. Hey, Lucy, how are you? Is it? It's a fixed focus on that webcam. So if it's getting wonky, let me know, guys. And are you positive that my sound is good because I have an additional microphone plugged in just for the purpose of it. Oh, Don, it's so funny. No, there's not a mango energy drink, but there was almost either a mango or a black cherry hard lemonade. So that almost happened, but I thought, no, I'm not gonna do it live. And if you guys have never had a hard lemonade, it's basically spiked lemonade. It's the one that I have is through Mike's Hard Lemonade, and there's mango and black cherry, and I forget what else, but oh, they're fantastic. Okay, Spirited, good. Happy to hear that. Okay, sounded good. Okay, awesome. All right, guys. Oh, right, Kathy? Yeah, Mike's. I'd never had it until recently, but I gotta tell you, I am a fan. Oh, they go down way easy, way easy. Really? Western New York? What part of New York? I've got a buddy who lives up in Buffalo. Yeah, it is like soda. Real hot. Yeah, I know that Vegas was getting up to about 118 right around there, so I can imagine California is kind of in that same ballpark. Hey, Preston, buddy, how are you? Okay, so Stephanie, you say you're a lightweight, but then you say you have one after the other. I think you can hold your own better than you realize. Jamestown, all right. Until you go to get up, right? Then you feel like you've been hit in the head with a frying pan. Oh, 105. Okay. Yeah, so far it's only topped out here at about 95. Oh, your daughter lives in Buffalo. Okay. Yeah, Kathy, Kansas, kind of like PA, has that humidity. And so you just boil. So, guys, real quick, I want to address something that was brought to my attention today. I didn't realize how many ads were playing on the videos. Now I know that YouTube just made some changes to videos. It used to be you had to be like 10 minutes or more to have ads play in the middle of it, but now they've changed it to where it's I think it's like 7 or 8 minutes, and they can have ads playing. So what I'm doing, and I didn't know I could do this, but what I'm going to do from this point moving forward is I'm going to adjust how those ads are being played because I don't want you guys to have to, run into an ad every 5 minutes. I mean, I watch YouTube as well, so I know how annoying and aggravating it can get. So what I'm going to do on the back end is I'm going to adjust that to where it's cut down at least 40%. Okay, guys, I'll do what I can, but I don't want you guys to have to constantly be bombarded with a lot of ads. All right. Yeah. Kathy has premium. Hey, Darlene, how are you? Amen, Gina. Well, at once that's done. Okay, so Stephanie, after one, um, I'm kind of giggly, I'm kind of chuckly. After two, um, air is funny. After three, um, I start to go numb in my teeth. Then after four, I'm literally standing in a corner laughing. So Darlene, doing fantastic. I'm so happy that you were able to make it in tonight. Oh, thank you, Don. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's I was watching because I'm really big into the tiny house movement. I think they're phenomenal. As a matter of fact, kind of as a sidebar, what I would like to do is, you might laugh at me, but what I'd like to do is buy some acreage out here and build a medieval tiny house community. But anyways, I was watching some videos on YouTube, and it seemed like we are just constantly ads. Now they've been doing this thing where before the video starts, you have two ads instead of just the one, and you can't skip through them. So, so I totally get it, guys. I totally get it. Oh, Gary, thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, Stephanie, it's so funny. That's about where I top off at. I mean, like I had this one night years ago. I helped a restaurant come into Las Vegas, and once it was all set up, they gave me like three shots, and I don't really drink, by the way, but they gave me like three shots of Jameson, two beers, and then something else. And of course, I remember everything, and I was very loose with what I was saying to people. That I do know. There was headache the next day, but um, yeah, I just find everything funny. Mike, okay, yeah, I am totally loving the tiny house movement, um, and I don't know. I just think it would be fun if you could take. All right, guys. So here's the plan, and I'm actually drawing this up. The idea is to um, have a themed village that people would live in and work in. So if you were a blacksmith, let's say, or if you enjoyed blacksmithing, that would be what you would do on the property. Hey, planet. And if you liked making soap, that's what you would do. That would be your job there in the community. If you like to farm, that's what you would do. And then every weekend, and this is one thing that Portland, Oregon did. Every weekend, we'd have a weekend market where people could sell what they made. And I don't know. I just think it would be a fun thing to do. You have no filter when you drink, Stephanie. A two-drink person for Darlene. Multi-purpose furniture. Yeah, what I'd like to do is have the homes kind of designed. If you're familiar with the Tudor style or what's called wobble and daub or waddle and daub, but I'd like to have it to where it's all modern construction, but it just has the look of medieval times. I don't know, kind of geeky thing, I guess. But in my house, sometimes I see a shadow, white and dark, so a pair can help. What do you think? Okay, Gary, let's address this real quick. If this is something, if I actually go through with this, and if I purchase the land and actually create this community, would you guys want to? Would you want me to tell you about it? You know, if you do, let me know. Gary, I want to address your question here real quick. So Gary is saying that he always feels a presence in his house. Sometimes he sees a shadow, white and dark. So prayer can help. What do I think? I think prayer can always help. Because here's the thing about prayer or meditation. Um, what it is it's putting that vibration out there for one. It's also setting intentions and it's also laying down boundaries. In case you guys are saying yes, okay, then I will. All right. But here's the thing about tell all. Okay. Here's the thing about shadows and about light and dark. The thing about shadows, it you know, mainstream television tells us that, oh, you see a shadow person, there's a dark entity over there, that it must be evil, and that's not the case, guys. That's not always the case. um, all it means is that they are absent light. So for example, let's say that you have someone who, while they were living, they committed suicide, and they carried that emotion on with them in the afterlife. They're not a bad person. They're just still sad. They're still hanging on to that emotion. So they'd be lacking that light. Um, in dream interpretation, the color or the shade black just means that there's more to learn, and I think that can be easily translated into the spirit realm as well. Um, guys, I'm trying to make sure that what I say is going to be appropriate, but I still want to be true and honest to you. Um, there are so many times that we are taught as children that there's either demons or there's angels, and that's it. And I don't think it's that black and white. Do I think there's lower level and do I think there's higher vibrational? Of course I do. But do I think that every lower vibrational entity is a demon? Not at all. And do I think that every higher vibrational entity is an angel? No, not at all. I think it's because okay, and this is going to actually going to be covered in the video that I'm going to post probably either later tonight or tomorrow. Um, but here's the thing, guys: emotions can be measured on a wave. Everything is vibrational. If you take everything that you know, take the air, take the monitor that you're watching, take the camera that I'm looking in, your skin, your eyes, your teeth, your hair, your car. Everything is absolutely the same on the atomic level. This has been proven. Anything that I say, guys, you can look it up. As a matter of fact, when I post the video, I'm going to have links to some of this stuff. All right. So everything is the same on the atomic level. It's been proven also that the body runs on energy. The brain fires, it has a thing called synapse that fires energy back and forth. It's electrical impulses back and forth that tells the body what to do. In a lot of cases, it's automatic, like your breathing or your heart rate or your blood flowing, you're blinking. But then we have this other side, we have this consciousness side. And this has also been proven, thank God for quantum physics, to also be measured on a wave, to be measured on a frequency. And it's that consciousness, guys, that when the carbon dies off, that energy still lives. And thermodynamics tells us that energy does not die, it just moves on and changes form. So you can have, and so that goes into place with emotion as well. And so you can have someone who feels horrible about whatever, and they pass on, maybe knowingly or unknowingly, and they still carry on that vibration. In fact, I posted a chart and I think it's in the video too that I'll put. But I know I posted a chart on Facebook as well as Patreon that tells you, it shows you that if you are feeling a certain way, this is the vibrational frequency that matches it. So let's say you're feeling angry. You're at a vibrational frequency of about 80 hertz, compared to if you are feeling appreciative, you are at a vibrational frequency of about 300 hertz. Again, guys, this has been measured. They have tested this, they have measured this. So all the basic science is there. So why these different classes of sciences can't get together and say, guys, we actually figured this out, that there is life after death. Einstein even had a theory saying that he felt that it was impossible with everything being related to each other via energy, that he had a hard time believing that once the body dies off, that energy still doesn't exist. Okay, so I'm sorry, guys. I got on a soapbox there. Let me get caught up here. I'm so sorry, guys. Rune, buddy, how are you? Rune, again, another friend from across the pond. Absolutely love this guy. Thank you so much for popping in, Rune. Whose energy is so deceptive they feel dark as a demon. Being cremated releases that energy into the atmosphere. Being buried releases the energy into the earth. You know, what's funny is that I've had people say that, well, yeah, the energy escapes, but then it just goes into the air. Here's the thing about that. Air is also made from atoms. So, but it's contained, I guess you could say. So yes, you might be released. You know, we had a really good Patreon talk about this via live video chat, and we said it's kind of like a contained fart in a way, that while the spirit is in your body, you know, it's contained, it's there, it has energy and it has power, but then once it's released, it goes out into the air. But it doesn't mean that it's gone. It just becomes with, you know, the energy that's in the air. So Amy, how are you? Yeah, Amy was there for that conversation. So, you know, so this is why I believe personally that life after death does exist. Now, what exactly happens, I have no idea. Um, I believe that our body kind of acts as a container to hold everything in, to harness that energy. And it's actually been proven that at rest, we harness enough energy to power a 100-watt bulb. When we are at full strength and we're energized, then we have enough power. We release enough energy anyway to power a small house. So, guys, we have energy in us. And I don't mean, you know, just because we had a good breakfast. I mean, we actually are a powerhouse inside of us. And the universe smells so good. We're going down the rabbit hole. It's just, it is kind of my conclusion based on the facts that have been presented from science. You know, again, biology teaches us that we are a carbon-based system and that we run on an electrical grid. Thermodynamics teaches us that power doesn't die, energy doesn't die, it just changes form and moves on. And then thermodynamics tells us that consciousness is energy. So to me, it's just all there, you know. She gets voices when wondering about a certain thing. Like some time ago, we met this person and she was uncertain about him, so a voice told her to be careful. Okay, all right. Don't do well. Me all the time, so that was just Kathy. Gary just hit on something that I think is extremely important to keep in mind, guys, and that is being in touch with your emotions. A lot of people say, "Why do we have feelings? Why do we have emotions?" I don't understand them. Um, your emotions are a guidance system, guys. And so if you are feeling a certain way about something, listen to that. Remember when your grandma used to say, well, gotta listen to your gut. Gotta listen to your gut. That's kind of what she's talking about. If you go into a situation and you feel uneasy about it, there's a reason for it. You might not know right off, but the best way to know what you want is by knowing what you don't want, if that makes any sense. So you go into a situation or you meet someone and you don't, you get a weird vibe or feeling about them, then trust that because you don't want that. You know that you want to feel good. You want to be in a good situation. So, and there's ways you can excuse yourself and get out of it. So listen to your emotions, guys. They're a roadmap for you. Your emotions are a built-in GPS to show you how to get to the life that you want. The cartoon starts playing. Follow your gut, exactly. Abraham Hicks. Abraham Hicks and oh, why did I just forget his name? Oh, that's so bad of me. Yeah, there's a few people that I listen to. You mentioned his name. This is the first time. Not a problem. Not a problem, Lucy. Why do they call alcohol spirits? That's actually a good question. Let's see. Because when you get drunk, lower level spirits take over your body. That's a lot of alcohol. So, guys, I apologize. I do not mean to be doing this. Actually, I don't have to do it. At first, I thought I forgot a name, but now I remember the name. So, never mind. I was going to look it up. But anyways, I digress. See, time doesn't really exist. Now, sequentially, it does. Past, present, and future. All you have is now. Seriously, all you have is now. How many people do you know that they are worried about what happened a week ago or they're anxious about what's going to happen tomorrow? Guys, you cannot live your life that way. I know people who, the coronavirus, for example, they are completely nutty. Coronavirus, they are so worried to do anything that they are not experiencing or living their life. And um, that's not a way to live, guys. Even though we talk about the afterlife and we talk about how we do believe in a spirit world, I truly believe that our whole purpose for being here is for an experience. And you get to choose what you want that experience to be. Do you want to have your life here on this planet a life of anxiety and worry and name calling and stress? Or do you want to just set aside the stuff that you can't change, enjoy what you can, and go about your day and about your life knowing that there is a positive? Again, guys, it all goes back to your emotions. If you're not feeling good about something, that means that you want the opposite of that. So go for the opposite of it. Don, I was not going to tell them what you did, but you just blasted it out there. So yes, Dawn snorted cayenne pepper as a dare. We didn't think she was actually going to do it, but she did it on Patreon Live. Yeah, coronavirus is way out of proportion. Yeah, Lori, yeah, she did it on purpose. It was, I forget even how the conversation came around, but she legitimately went and got cayenne pepper from her kitchen, showed it to us, and she, you know, and it was oh my god. The first, because now Dawn is from Australia, and I love Australia. I spent a little bit of time in Perth, and actually almost lived in Australia. And so we got talking about Vegemite, and I had mentioned that I had heard that Vegemite is good with toast and tomato or tomato, and she said no, it sounds absolutely horrible. So she went and got Vegemite toast and tomato and proceeded to eat it. And the look on her face was horrible. Don, all love to you, but you know when a dog eats, this is gonna sound bad. You know when a dog eats a lot of grass and they start doing that. She was kind of doing that. Oh, a ghost pepper. Oh Lord. I have had ghost pepper chips and they're good. Associated with the virus, I'm not necessarily they died from exactly. Don, just know that you're loved. See, guys, this is the time that we are living in right now is a great example of you being able to make a choice. Some people feel like they don't have a choice. You always have a choice. You always have a choice. And it's based on your perception. Do you know that during the Great Depression, we had some of the, let me rephrase this. During the Great Depression, we had one of the largest amounts of millionaires made ever. The reason for that was because of perception and outlook. What we are going through right now is absolutely no different. I know someone, or I know someone through someone, who every time they get mail, they spray the mail down with Lysol. They don't want to touch anyone. They don't want to be around anyone. They don't want to. I'm sorry, guys. I I can't do that. I can't fall into that trap. I don't want to. It's not a life. You have a choice. And I know people who have died as a result of, quote, coronavirus, but it wasn't coronavirus that killed them. One gentleman, he was told that he had it, and the doctors told him to stay in bed. So this guy stayed in bed for a month. Well, blood clots formed in his legs. He got up to get out of bed. The blood clots traveled to his brain, and that's what killed him. But the hospitals said it was as a result of coronavirus. So I know they are skewing the numbers. Now, I don't mean to get into any kind of conspiracy theory or anything like that, but for me, the numbers just aren't adding up to what's going on right now. Ghost peppers are evil spirits. It has opened up a lot of opportunities for people. Embolism, thank you. Yeah, Kathy. There are so many reasons. There are so many reasons for it. And what cracked me up, I was at the gym the other day, of course they have TVs on everywhere. They're showing news. I really try not to watch the news, but they were talking about how the pharmaceutical companies are really hitting this hard. And Kodak, the motion picture film supply company, Kodak, they gave them almost $800 million to create a pharmaceutical company. Kodak has nothing to do with pharmaceuticals. And so I don't know, guys. I see this as a money game, honestly, but I'm not gonna go down that rabbit hole. Humanity is coming together. Humanity is becoming. I actually see humanity coming a little split, but in the split, the groups are coming together. You have the groups who they're being overly cautious. Then you have the other groups who are saying, "No, we want to live our lives." And but this has got people talking. This got humanity talking. Yeah, Kodak is still around. Oh, Kathy. Kathy just said that people who didn't believe in the internet are using it now. My mom, God love her, used to hate computers. Man, she's all over the internet now. She's learned how to text, so now I'm getting texts from her. So I agree with that. Dawn. So guys, I apologize. I got a little bit on a soapbox there. And Mike, I would agree with that. Oh, we have a dislike. I generally I've noticed on the videos there will usually be two dislikes. So I think there might be a troll somewhere. Maybe someone was hoping that I would get right into the session and not have this conversation. But the thing is, guys, to me, this is all about community and building community. And I think I don't know, guys. For me, it's extremely important to for you to be able to know me and me to get to know you, because then I can't do content that you're gonna like if I don't know who you are. So, guys, I put on the message for the group on YouTube that um, tonight's session would probably be a little controversial. Uh, I was actually from a friend of mine. I was actually advised against doing the video that I'm going to do tonight. Now the thing is that the session that I'm going to do this evening, I'm also going to be recording it for the channel because I think it's important about what has transpired uh, with the situation. I know you don't know what it is yet, um, but I wouldn't be true to myself, my morals, or to you if I didn't try to reach out to this gentleman. And how many of you are familiar with the case of Mr. George Floyd? Yeah, Kathy, we do always generally have a chat. I was okay. Here is here's kind of my take on what's on the whole situation. I When I was in the Air Force, I went in training for security forces, and That is the police of the Air Force. Um, a few years back, I tested for highway patrol in the state of Nevada, and actually was got it and was welcomed in. So I support good law enforcement. Um, what happened that day was not, I don't think, good law enforcement. And I spent actually today studying the case and going over the video footage. Regardless of a person's past, and he was younger, he made mistakes um, back in his youth, but he tried to correct those as time went on. And the man was not resisting. He told them from the very beginning that he was having some difficult time breathing. And if you notice, when the officer was leaning on Mr. Floyd's neck, it was right here. Now, I'm sure a lot of you have heard of the chokehold, or you know of the chokehold. What happens in that chokehold is you pinch off the arteries that are in the neck, and it stops the blood flow to the brain, causing you to black out. But you have to release it early enough to get the blood flow going again. In this case, what I think was happening was he was leaning on the neck, and he cut off that artery, possibly even crushed it. That I don't know. I haven't reviewed any type of coroner report, but caused Mr. Floyd to black out. And because he was still on the artery like 8 minutes later, I believe caused brain death. And we are taught that there's no reason to do that, that there are certain levels that an officer goes through in regards to use of power. The very first being vocal. Can I have you step out of the car, please? Can you grab your identification? Can you turn around, please? Just vocal, that's it. If they're not responding to vocal, then you get into hands-on. And I don't mean grabbing someone, I mean taking the tips of your fingers and pushing their shoulder, or guiding them along. If it gets, more rambunctious than that, then you gotta do what you gotta do. But then after that, it's mace. And then after that, it's, during my time, it was the PR-24. Now it's the ASP. And then after that, if none of that works, then you go to lethal force. I didn't see them do any of that. And so, I'm sorry, guys. I'm brain lost here for a second. Thing was that he had enough. There was enough officers there that they didn't have to do what they did. He told them that he couldn't breathe. He told them 16 times that he could not breathe. And nothing. So, I don't know. I don't think it was fair on Mr. Floyd. I don't think he needed to go that way. Now, it could be argued that, we don't know if that's what he chose before he came into this life as an experience. I don't know. And that's all theory, and I'm not even going to go down that road. But it was suggested that I not do that I not reach out to him. Yeah, he was. What got me was he started asking for his mom. That killed me. When I saw him do that, he wanted his mom. And that just, oh God, that just tore me up, because that told me he was scared. And at that moment, he wanted his mom. And and I, oh God. So I was, it was suggested that I not reach out to him, that would be too controversial, so I let it go. And it's been on my mind for a while now. And I just thought, my God, if if this gentleman has anything that he wants to say, if if there's anything that he wants to get across, someone should at least try. Um, hey, Peaches, what's up? And so, hey, Tiffany, how are you? So, yeah, I'm. I think I'm gonna do a session for him, for Mr. George Floyd. Um, okay, so I see we're getting some. I want to see if this is the. Okay, it's reading the. I've got a laptop over here, but I am going to be using the scanning radio. Um, hey, Savage, how are you? Yeah, I didn't know she'd passed either. And so, of course, all the riots happened afterwards. And I mean, my God, guys, we're in a day and age to where, if this was race hate, or if this was, we got to get past that, guys. And and that particular officer who was leaning on his neck, he already had like 16 or 17 complaints against him. He should have already been suspended from the force, gone through retraining, gone through therapy, gone through a probation, something. Oh, Peaches, Buddy has had many treats today. I just, the man didn't fight back. He was asking, for help, and it was all over $20, all over $20. Oh wow, Don. So, guys, if it is okay with you, this is the session that I would like to do tonight. Okay, um, if we could, I normally don't ask this, guys, but if we could just say a little prayer for Mr. Floyd, as well as for this session. Hi, is there somebody trying to come through? If there is a spirit here with me who's using the K2 meter, can you please try to light up as many as you can, just to show that you're here? I want to make sure that this is spirit that I am talking to, and not feedback from something else. If this is spirit who's interacting with the K2 meter, can you please light up as many as you can? Gary, my friend, you have a great night, sir. Thank you so much for popping in. Thank you. I see that. Thank you. Are you here for Mr. George Floyd? Or are you here to help out with Mr. George Floyd? If the answer is yes, can you please light up as many as you can? If the answer is no, please don't light up anything, okay? So I'll ask again. Are you here to help out with Mr. George Floyd? Because that's who I'm going to try to reach out tonight. I believe that he needs a voice. I at least want to offer him that opportunity. Okay, guys, give me one moment, please. I'm going to turn on these lights, or I'm sorry, these cameras. Give me one moment. All right, guys, I apologize about that. I want to make sure. I mean, I got one spike on this. I'm going to remove my tablet. So I want to make sure that it's not feeding off of that. Okay. Okay, once again, I am here for Mr. George Floyd. So, all right, guys. Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Archangel Gabriel. Please be here during this session to guide this session, to protect this session. I ask that the doorway be open for Mr. George Floyd. Should he want to come through and speak, I'm going to try to offer him a voice tonight. I ask that there's a higher vibrational guide or spirit or even loved one who can help him with this, who can. I will try on my end, but if he needs help on your end, if you could help him as well, should he want to speak, I come with love and light. I mean no harm to him. I just truly feel that he needs a voice. And to you, I give thanks. All right, guys. So I am going to be using, because I don't know, I feel that Mr. Floyd is maybe a little old school, you know. He's 46, 47 years old. And so I'm going to start off with a scanning radio first, the S box. And then should we need to or want to go over to one of the apps later on, then we will. Hello, hello, this is Philip. trying to reach out to Mr. George Floyd. Thought I just heard a hey. Hi. Mr. George Floyd. Brother. Father. Friend. Mr. George, you don't know me, sir. My name is Philip. Like so many people, I have seen your story. And I just... I feel numb for what happened to you, sir. Mr. George, if you want to come through and speak, you are more than welcome to, sir. You simply went into that convenience store to buy a pack of cigarettes. Those two young men came out to approach you about the $20 and then called the police. For 20 lousy dollars. Mr. Floyd, please know that the world has seen what happened to you. Is there anything that you would like to say? Are there any messages you would like to pass on? Mr. Floyd, if you can take your energy, you can put it into this little radio right here. You can take that noise and you can form words. And we will hear you. You know, Mr. Floyd, I thought I just heard a gentleman say a lot of anger. Did I hear that correctly? Mr. Floyd, we all know that you told those officers multiple times, 16 times, that you couldn't breathe. And you know, that's actually my fear, is suffocation. So watching you go through that was, I don't have words for it, sir. I heard that. Thank you. I don't know what you said, but I did hear that. registered help. Mr. George Floyd, sir, please know that you are loved. You are respected. Are you okay now, sir? How are you now? Is that even fair for me to ask? Who is the lady who just spoke? Okay, I see the K2 meter flashing. Is that Mr. Floyd? Okay, first time I heard that. Mr. George Floyd, are you here, sir? Okay, my arms are, I'm cold right now. Mr. Floyd, is that you that made the K2 meter light up? Again, Mr. George Floyd. Sir, is that you that made that light up? If it is, can you do it again, please? Mr. Floyd. Mr. Floyd, you have so many talents. You were involved in the hip hop scene. You had some recordings. I see that. Thank you. You have a daughter, a sister, a brother. Mr. Floyd, please, sir, please know that you are loved. You are respected. You are acknowledged. Please know that your passing did not go unnoticed. The world saw what happened. Sir, because of you, there has been such a massive movement and change. Mr. Floyd, are you okay, sir? Mr. George Floyd. Are you okay? Have you been able to cross? And Mr. Floyd, also, if I may say, respect to your family, your brother, your sister, who started your movement. And I just really feel like you're just a cool guy, you know? And I know you hit a little bit of a rough spot. We all do. You moved out of Texas to make a better life for yourself. Things were on the upswing. Mr. George, sir, I'm going to be quiet for a little bit. If there's anything you want to say, now is your chance, sir. And Mr. Floyd, Mr. George Floyd, is there anything that you need? Again, I welcome those of love and light. I welcome those of higher vibration. I only welcome those who are here to help and support Mr. George Floyd. Okay, I see the K2 meter lighting up. Can you please give me the name of the spirit that's making that light up? Mr. Floyd, sir, I wish you love and light. I wish you peace. I wish you joy and happiness. I don't know what that voice was, but I did hear it. I just heard check my something. Mr. Floyd, for what it's worth, many people will be seeing this video when it's released. Please know that I come with the utmost respect for you. And please don't be scared. There is love there for you. There is compassion there for you. I ask, heavenly angels, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Azrael, Gabriel, please assist Mr. Floyd should he need it, should he want it, should he require it. Mr. George, I am going to leave you now. ask if there's any other souls here, please return to the gateways that you can. To the Archangels, again, please assist Mr. George Floyd. I heard that, thank you. To all spirits, I ask, please do not stay in this house. Please do not attach to me, okay? I wish you all peace and love. Thank you, guys. If there are any spirits that do need help, look for the light. Ask for the light. You can ask for Archangel Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, Azrael. Mr. Floyd, I am so sorry. I am so sorry, sir. All right, guys. Again, please return to the gateways that you came. I just heard you say my name. Thank you. I do acknowledge you. Please do not stay in this home. Please do not attach. But let's please, should he need it, let's please have support and counsel for Mr. George Floyd. Hey guys, I thank you, all right? Okay, bye guys. Okay, is there somebody still here? If there is somebody still here, can you please hold the yellow instead of making it blink? Can you just hold that yellow just for a little bit, please? Oh, God, thank you. Thank you. I saw that. Thank you. Hey, Spooky, how are you? Okay, so hold on. I'm going to ask you some questions, okay? If the answer, hold on. We're going to communicate. If the answer is yes, light up as many as you can. If the answer is no, don't light up any, okay? Do you understand? Okay, I don't know what's going on, guys. Get this out of the way. Ah. Okay. There's nothing electrical around me. Okay. So hold on. We're gonna communicate, okay? I just need to make sure that we can have an actual back and forth. Is Mr. George Floyd still here? If the answer is yes, light up as many of those lights as you can. If the answer is no, don't light up any. Okay, I see that. Thank you. Here are my guidelines, though, guys. Here's my boundaries. I'm asking for truth. Okay? I'm asking for honesty. I'm asking for truth. I'm asking for higher vibrational beings. Now, Mr. Floyd, if this is you, can you please, again, make as many of those lights